Good morning. Are you feeling a little off or overwhelmed this morning? Let's reset together with a quick and easy yoga flow. We're going to start at the top of your mat, bringing your feet about hip width apart and bringing those palms to heart center. Closing your eyes and taking a couple deep breaths here. Opening your eyes, releasing your arms down by your sides, grounding down into those feet, all 10 toes and the inner and outer edges of your feet. Taking a deep inhale as you raise your arms overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive all the way down. Repeating that a few times, inhaling as you raise your arms overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive. One more time, taking a deep inhale, raising those arms overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, pressing your hands into your lower legs, looking forward with a flat back, and then exhale, release. So bending those knees a little bit here, and just releasing your head. We're going to come into a ragdoll, grabbing onto your elbows. If you wanted to sway side to side a little bit, if it feels okay for you. Eyes open or closed. Then coming back center, releasing those arms. We're going to step back with your right leg onto your knees and then the left. Coming to all fours. Coming into thread the needle pose. So you're going to take your right arm all the way up, inhaling as you reach towards the sky, and exhale, bringing it through that little window as you release your right cheek down to the mat. Now you could place your hands palm facing up towards the ceiling on your lower back, or if you wanted to, reach that hand forward, whichever feels better for your shoulder. Keeping your hips up, taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then sliding that hand underneath your shoulder and pressing back up to all fours. We're going to reach that left arm up towards the ceiling as you inhale, and then exhale, placing that or reaching through that little window, releasing that left cheek down to the mat, and mirroring what you did on the opposite side. Then bringing that hand underneath your shoulder and pressing up to all fours. We're going to come into puppy dog pose. I'm just going to slide back a little bit. So keeping those knees underneath your hips, you're going to move your hands forward, slide them forward, releasing down to your forearms, and releasing your forehead down to the mat. So making sure this feels okay on those shoulders. Staying here for a couple deep breaths. Keeping those hips up. And then we're going to slide those arms back, coming to all fours, sliding those knees back, coming into a modified plank, elbows in, and lowering all the way down, belly to the mat. coming into a sphinx pose. So bringing those elbows underneath your shoulders, extending through those legs. So staying on your forearms here and looking straight ahead, releasing those shoulders down away from your ears, allowing that your hips to sink down into the mat. Just taking a few deep breaths here, opening the chest. And then we're going to sink all the way down. So making a little pillow with your hands. We're going to rest your left cheek, looking over your right shoulder onto your pillow. And then bringing that right knee up to the side. Releasing that lower back. Taking a couple deep breaths here. Then extending that right leg and switching sides. So resting your right cheek down on your hands and then bringing that left knee up to the side. Closing your eyes, taking a couple deep breaths here. And then extending through that left leg, we're going to bring those hands underneath those shoulders, elbows in, bringing them right at your upper front ribs and pressing up into upward facing dog, releasing those shoulders down and holding it here. Taking a couple deep breaths here. You could keep your thighs on the mat. And then coming back into your child's pose, you could widen up those legs or your knees and releasing down into your child's pose. We're going to come into a pigeon pose on the right. So coming into a down dog here, lifting your hips up and back. You could keep your heels up, knees are slightly bent. And then pulling that right knee right behind that right elbow, coming into a high plank and bringing that leg across the mat. Bringing that left knee down and sliding that left leg back, pointing your toes back behind you. So you could always stay here with arms extended if that's better for you. You want to make sure that knee feels okay. Opening your heart up and forward. And then if you wanted to lower down, you could lower down to your forearms or stacking your fists or hands or releasing all the way down, forehead to the mat. And then sliding those arms back underneath your shoulders, sliding that left knee forward and then the right leg back, pressing back up into your down dog and switching sides. So pulling that left knee in, right behind that left elbow, lower leg across the mat, sliding your right leg back, pointing your toes back behind you. So mirroring what you did on the opposite side. And then sinking down into your pigeon, taking a couple deep breaths here. Coming back out of your pigeon, rolling up, sliding that right leg forward and then the left leg back, and making your way back into your child's pose. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Thank you for joining me.